Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. The late night with King Skorch, the realist, WFT, football guru on these digital streets. We got a great show for you. And we're going to get at it. We're going to really get at it. Appreciate all y'all hanging out with me tonight. So, they won 27-21, big time. 2 in a row. I wouldn't say it was a must win. If you know anything about it and you've been listening to me, following the channel, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, that sort of thing. You'll realize that I've been saying that for me, the season doesn't necessarily start until we actually get into the divisional games, which are actually right around the corner. So for me, these are tune-up games. The game against Carolina, next Monday night versus Seattle, the Raider game. These games are tune-ups to me. What are we really going to look like going into these division games? I'll reiterate. For me, 2 in a row, I'm still calling fluke. First game against Tampa Bay, luck. Second game, they played a good game, solid game. We'll go over some stats, in which case I can look at them right now, and nothing is jumping out at me other than obviously Taylor not throwing any interceptions was big. 16-22, 206 and 3 touchdowns. Solid game. Antonio Gibson, I call him the fumble machine. I mean, what do you expect when you got a female training you to hold on to the ball? I expect a fumble every other game, to be honest. 19 for 95 yards, 5 yards average. Okay, J.D. McKissick 7 of 46 yards. Taylor Heineke, I said if you saw my last video, 6 of 29. I said he was going to have to use his legs in order to extend plays, move, get out. Like I said, that to me was a major difference. Terry 5 for 103 and a touchdown. Carter 2 for 22. No one else did anything. So when I hear people talking about our young guys got to get into it, our young guys got to step up, no one's stepping up. There is no talent. There's no depth chart on this team. There's no depth on this team. Who did anything? Taylor Heineke. Okay. Antonio Gibson. 5 of 103 for Terry McLaurin. He actually had one target in the first quarter outside of the last catch he had that was right before the end of the first quarter. So you got literally 2 catches in the first quarter. This is your star guy, and you only get him literally one target leading up to that Hail Mary, which was on the sideline. Great catch, by the way, by Terry. Like I said, Terry is starting to grow on me as a bona fide number one. He's obviously a bona fide number one on this team. I'm talking a top 5 bona fide in the league, meaning I think he can go to any team in this league right now and be a bona fide 1A or 2A, 1AB type person. He's got to have the ball. You got to get him 10 touch pluses. This is that type of guy. Imagine if Terry gets 10 touches a game, 12 to 13 targets and 10 touches. He's looking at 150 yards easy. You're looking at a top 3 type receiver. So when I hear people say that we've got depth and we're using and the young guys got to step up, Cam Sims 2 of 19. This isn't stepping up. 2 catches for everybody other than Terry. That's not stepping up to me. So when I hear people talking about we have depth and we're trying to see what we got, people are injured. Look, when you got Curtis Samuels still sitting on the sideline, I call him the new Deshaun Jackson. What are you looking at in terms of talent on this offense? Really, what are you looking at? What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Because I really wish he was healthy. I wish we could see what a Terry McLaurin and a Curtis Samuels would look like on the edge. Especially if you're going to give Heineke this kind of time. I mean, he He got sacked 3 times. Like I said, I'm still not sold on our offensive line. They're doing good. They're doing better. Anytime you can get your rushers rush 150 yards and your quarterback's only sacked 3 times, like I said, your offensive line is making progress. And I will get into that a little bit later. And actually on my second video, this is actually a redo of the video I had up a little while ago. And I actually deleted it on my own, mainly because I was seeing some things that I didn't really like and I wanted to clean it up. And for real, just wanted to hit you with more and more content. As I look over the defense, Cam Curl is bona fide. So for me, that's the star of this defense, Cam Curl. At first, you would ask me this 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. I would have said for me, the star is Deron Payne, obviously the front four, Montez, that sort of thing. And then you look at the production of these guys, and I'm not seeing it. So when I see Deron with a half a sack with James Smith-Williams, nobody steps up to me. Nobody's looking like a Pro Bowler. No one's looking like all world, 1 tackle, 4 assists for Landon Collins. This to me isn't depth. These are guys playing football in the positions that they were paid to play and making average plays at best. I don't see this as a playoff team. I don't see this as something to look forward to, other than the fact that you've won 2 in a row against what I thought, like I said, against Tampa Bay. I thought that was actually luck, fluke, if you will. And this week with a Cam Newton, really coming back in the fold after a year off pretty much. We'll get to Cam's numbers, 21-27. 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. This is a guy that has only played literally 8 snaps the week before. He went off on you. 10 of 59 for McCaffrey. 10 rushes for 46 yards and a touchdown for Cam, including the big run. Like I said, my keys to the game last week, or really 2 weeks ago, you got to stop Cam. I knew Cam was going to have an explosive game. I thought the atmosphere was explosive, and I thought he energized it. I think he obviously made some mistakes, and we'll get into their stats in terms of the 3rd down conversions was terrible, which is why I think they actually lost the game, including the 4th down play at the end where he got sacked. Like I said, they were doomed from there, not converting 3rd downs. Defensively, Jeremy Chin, 10 tackles. That to me is somebody who's actually playing some football. 10 tackles, 3 assists. D. Jackson, 6 tackles. I mean, they had to, because once again, the Washington offense continued to press. They were actually looking very good on 3rd downs, 3rd down conversions, which to me, extended plays. They looked exceptionally well in terms of scoring. And that to me was the difference. I also said, hey, I want you to look out, watch us have turnover after turnover. Sure enough, Gibson gets right in the red zone and fumbles it up. So, like I said, DeAndre Carter had one that they actually got back. And I said, take a look at Sly. I thought Sly would be the difference maker. He is 2 more field goals this week and 9 points, all his extra points. So to me, that was a main key of why they actually won. When you go into the stats and look at it, I want to really get in and out of this because, like I said, I already did this video a little bit earlier. If you didn't see it, if you did, I appreciate you. Here's it coming back. 369 total yards, 179 yards passing. That's not all world beater. What the beater was them 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, because we're used to Taylor throwing a lot of interceptions. Like coming into this game, he was 12 touchdowns for 9 interceptions. Well, if I'm not mistaken, it was our 10th game. He's thrown essentially an interception a game. That's a turnover a game for our quarterback. That doesn't show to me that he's going to be the franchise. That doesn't show to me that I want him as our franchise when you're giving up an interception. So at that rate, you mean to tell me he's going to have literally 17 interceptions? That's a playoff quarterback? No. So, I mean, what is 6 of 13 when any other time we're terrible. So you're still now 50%. You just look a lot better against a horrible team in the Panthers who are 2-9. 1 of 3 in the fourth downs. Like I said, they were doomed to lose from that right there. Time of possession, and this is to me what was really big, 35 minutes to 24 minutes. When you're doing that sort of thing against a team, like I said, a quarterback who really literally is playing his first game back in a year, getting all the snaps, what do you expect? And he still didn't look rusty. So can you imagine? Like I said, I think Ron got really lucky on this one. They did play a good game. They're actually showing me that they can close out games, because before they weren't doing that type of thing. So if you go back and what I said before, I said this team will have to make sure that they're efficient in the red zone. Whatever team is more efficient in the red zone and completes red zone will be the actual one who comes out on top. I did not see Washington putting up 27. I did think it was going to be close. I did look forward to them putting up a good game. And yet, like I said, I think honestly, Carolina shot themselves in the foot. Once again, third down, 2 of 9, fourth down, 1 of 3. You're not going to win games like that, especially against a team that's evidently in Washington not turning the ball over. So for me, did they play a great game? Yes. So for me, one game against Tampa Bay, luck. This game, I won't call it necessarily a fluke. I'll just say, all right, great job. Great job. Now, next week, if they win that game against a struggling Seattle team, and I'll give you my keys to that game in my next video. We're going to come right back at you. So if you're watching live, whatever, stay tuned. If you're not, make sure you check my next video. We're going to come right back in because we got a lot of content coming. Seattle struggling, Russell struggling, coming off an injury. I actually think if they win that game, then that's a trend in the right direction. That'll be their 5th win if they win it. In which case, in the beginning of the season, preseason, I called this as 5-win team if they're lucky. So I'm still sticking to that. The difference is this team now looks like they actually have a chance to win some more games, barring they don't turn the ball over, right? Barring they can actually convert on third downs a lot better and actually get the other team offense off the field. If they can do those types of things, those are the keys to them actually being successful against struggling teams. Seattle struggling, Dallas evidently struggling now. New York, they are what they are. And then 2 games against Philly. Like I said, our division games are going to be what, to me, makes or breaks the rest of this season. Okay? However, we have 2 or 3 warm-up games coming up in Seattle and I thought, like I said, Vegas, that, hey, if you can play like this, then yes, you can go into those divisional games on riding a nice little hot streak. Knowing this team, though, you'll mess around and choke on those. So we'll still have to see. In terms of this game, keys to victory and whatnot, I called it. I called it on both sides. I said, hey, they've got to be able to make sure that they move the ball, don't turn the ball over, and continue to press, which is pretty much what both of them did. The team that made the more plays, Taylor Heineke, he's looking a lot better when he has time. So that to me is the key. Will he have time? Remember, this guy's got a lot of people out. If we had Curtis, if we had Logan, if we had, to me, I thought I saw, and I wanted to kind of bring this up. I saw Diami on a one of the quick play sprint out. He looked fast to me. Diami looks really fast. I'm surprised they're not really getting him the ball as much as I would like to actually see. So for me, they've got to continue to stay mistake-free, which we know this team. So if they can stay mistake-free, then yes, I think they actually have a chance to win a couple of more games, legitimately win a couple of more games. And yet, for me, I could see them still losing the next 2 games. And as long as they win the division games, I think they actually have a decent enough chance to pull some things out for the rest of this season. Uh, I'm not sold on it. Like I said, I still have this team winning 5 games at best. Lucky if they win those 5. So we'll see. I appreciate all y'all sticking with me. I wanted to get this video back out. Like I said, I did it earlier. I put a quick one out and I actually deleted it on my own accord. So I'm going to be right back at y'all with another double header. You might see me in the same thing. I try to switch it up for y'all and give y'all different looks. But the point is, though, the content is still going to be the realest out here. It's still going to maintain the structure and the foundation of being the realest WFT football guru out here. And I can't say it any clearer than that. There's nobody else giving you this kind of content from the realest point of view. Nobody. Nobody. And for me, that right there is, I think, the biggest thing. Because I hear a lot of people talking. I hear a lot of people wishing, wanting, that sort of thing. And it gets me. It really gets me. So, with all that being said, I'm going to get out of here on that. Like I said, I'll be right back at you. I wanted to give you these stats, give you my predictions, give you my take on what I see versus what is being said. You understand? Wishful thinking, that sort of thing. To me, it's all up in the air with this team. You understand? So, with that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, that sort of thing. And we're going to get out. You know? Haha. Yes.